Hey, hello, welcome everyone watching the live video. I'd like to welcome you to J Randall Insurance Agency and our YouTube channel. I'd just like to tell us a little bit about ourselves. I'm an insurance agent. I've been doing this for over a decade, well over a decade, since 2011. Started off at Bankers of Life and Casualty Insurance Company. We're just starting off with just life insurance in general. And after that, I just kind of moved over to property and casualty a little bit later, and basically in 2020. And I just haven't really regretted anything. I just believe that an agency should just be growing a bit, and it should always keep improving on itself. What I would like to do is just kind of talk a bit more about insurance role in the mortgage industry, because insurance is an essential part of the mortgage industry because a mortgage actually is placed on your home. You would actually kind of basically buy a house, you get a mortgage, you sign for off on how much you could actually officers, and you wants you to do as far as is to just get a policy that can cover your home and also just cover any replacement value, the cost of rebuilding it, just anything if it's lost. There could be damages to it, and that could be a complete loss. What they really want you to do is cover your investment. The main reason is because what are you going to do with a broken home? I mean, a burned out house, anything like that, you won't be able to pay. There's no point to pay the mortgage. There's no home there. The only reason why you bought the house was to live inside of it. Or unless you're a real estate investor, you're just going to let someone else basically move in. And, you just kind of work with that. Um, the main reason why you probably would say you would need it, I'd say it's probably just because, yes, your most valuable asset. You move into your home and you have hundreds of thousands of dollars built into it, just into an item that can just fall over one day, catch on fire, or anything like that. What you would really like to do is basically protect all of it with everything that could be available for you. Basically, if you have $100,000 home, just start off with even numbers, and it's you bought it for. I mean, you bought it for $100,000. You would want to protect it for the replacement value of it. Let's say it's actually 150,000 now. You try to say, for example, if the house would burn that cell down, and you would have to get it repaired, including the cost of repair, cost of materials, removing it, the debris removal, and everything. That's what you're actually looking for, instead of just looking at, hey, I just want to get insurance. Well, if you just get that, you be coming out of pocket. Basically, you just be the house would, let's say it catches on fire, it would burn down, and all you would have to do is figure out a new way to remove all the debris. You can let it sit there or anything like that. You're going to incur fines and stuff. So the best thing is just make sure that you could actually fix your home and move back into it. And the second thing you really want to concern yourself with homeowners insurance is liability coverage. It's basically covering the liability of anything that would happen. Let's say someone slips and falls. Your dog goes out and bites the neighbor or anything like that. You can actually be sued, and they will basically go after all of your assets, including your home. So, yeah, kind of have to look out and also make sure that you're covered. And, you're thinking about the numbers of factors, and you're thinking, hey, you know what? It's probably including like I live in a floodplain, or I might have any issues with the roof or anything like that. You have to take care of it and you have to get it fixed, because they'll always go back with and look. Has your roof been repaired in the last 14 years? Sometimes 15. Some companies prefer 10. It all depends on what you're really working with. Like if you have a floodplain, like I mentioned earlier, if it's always flooding in your area, you're going to have damages. That's just pure and simple common sense. You're going to have damages to the biggest asset that you have. So what you would want to do is cover it. Just make sure that it is responsibly taken care of with your policy, and you're able to just kind of work with it from then. Another thing you'd really want to start doing is try looking at the location of your home. If you're looking for a home, like that's going to basically set up the premium cost just to be a little bit, I guess it'll vary it. If you live inside of a bad neighborhood and you have guys breaking in your house all day, there's a robbery every night or something like that, you are going to pay a lot of money. It's just you would be liable for any damages that would happen. Those are your house. I mean, it's your stuff. You don't understand that there's people out there doing bad things. So you have to make sure that it's number one covered. Number two, you have to basically just kind of work with the agency just to see you get the best and most affordable rate for you within your budget. If you live in a great neighborhood and no one's doing anything, you're gonna just see the benefits of it. The construction of your home is one thing that helps change the rate a little bit, because if you have a home that's made out of wood versus one that's made out of brick or hardy plank or anything like that, it's kind of the same. I mean, brick, hardy plank, you're pretty much going to have a safer home. If you're going to have a fire or tinderbox type of home, you're just gonna it's gonna kind of take care of that. It's gonna raise the rate up a little bit because you're covering the liability. Your credit score is actually one thing that adds to it because they're looking at responsibility for your liability. And the amount of deductible that you actually choose is basically going to be one thing that raises the cost, because if you have a $5,000 deductible or 2% wind and rain damage, things like that, it's going to move it around. If you go to 1% with wind and rain, it'll move it up and down. It depends on what's going on with your home and your situation. Also, if you have prior claims, they will increase your premium. So what you would like to look at is basically the ways that you could actually maintain a good budget with your policies for your home, and is just basically just kind of looking at what you can afford beforehand, and look at insurance agencies that are independent just like ours, because we actually can search the whole market for you. Just it's just so much simpler. Our clients love it, we love it, and all we do is basically help people out all day. Well, thanks for coming to our stream, and I hope you learned a little bit today. There's definitely going to be a lot more. Goodbye.